Welcome back, Royal Sussex Squad. If you're here, you already know what time it is. We've got to talk about this latest scandal rocking Sentebale, the charity founded by Prince Harry and Prince Seeiso. The story is messy, but the royalist media is making it even worse, twisting the narrative to fit their anti-Sussex agenda. Well, we're not going to let them get away with it. We're breaking down the facts, calling out the real villains, and making sure Harry and Seiso's legacy isn't tarnished by the incompetence and power struggles of others. And before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and tap that notification bell. And if you appreciate what we're doing here, support us with a super thanks. Every bit helps us keep pushing back against the nonsense. Now, let's take it back to where this all started. Sentebale has been doing incredible work for years, supporting young people in southern Africa. But things took a sharp turn when Dr. Sophie Chandauka became chairwoman in July 2023. Under her watch, the charity, which had been financially stable, started falling apart. A major fundraising deal collapsed in December 2024, and by early 2025, the board had seen enough. They asked Chandauka to step down, but instead of gracefully walking away, she decided to take the charity to court. You heard that right. She sued the very organization she was supposed to be leading. Let's just pause for a second. Who does that? Who, when faced with legitimate concerns from an entire board, chooses to drag a charity through legal battles instead of stepping aside? It's giving selfish, it's giving reckless, it's giving sabotage. And let's talk about the money. Chandauka reportedly blew over $600,000 on external consultants, without the board's approval. Meanwhile, one of the major sponsors for the Sentebale Polo Cup, the charity's biggest fundraiser, walked away due to issues with her. And guess what? The 2024 match didn't even happen because of it. That's right. She fumbled the bag so badly that an event featuring Prince Harry and Nacho Figueras, an absolute goldmine for fundraising, was completely derailed. Seriously, how do you mess up a charity polo match with royalty and a world-famous polo player? This is either the most disastrous leadership we've seen in a long time, or something deeper is going on behind the scenes. When this story first broke, a lot of us wondered, is this yet another Windsor scheme to undermine Harry? We've seen it before. The firm and their media puppets love nothing more than to throw dirt on anything the Sussexes touch. But as more details come out, it's looking more like sheer incompetence on Chandauka's part. And yet, the royalist press is still trying to spin this as Harry's failure. Let's be clear. Harry and Prince Seeiso did the right thing. They refused to let their names and their legacy be attached to this disaster. The entire board of trustees resigned, but somehow, Chandauka is still clinging to her position, claiming she's the victim. Sound familiar? We've seen this playbook before. When people in power get exposed, they cry bullying to avoid accountability. At the end of the day, this was never about Harry. It was about an irresponsible leader bringing unnecessary chaos to a beloved charity. And yet, the media is twisting the story to fit their tired anti-Sussex agenda. But that's why we're here, to set the record straight. Sentebale's chairwoman lost a major sponsor of the charity polo match. As I covered the Sentebale catastrophe yesterday, I wondered what would come first in the scandal. The Windsors and royalist media showing their hand and exposing their involvement in the situation, or sources close to Prince Harry coming out to tell his side of things. Surprisingly, sources close to Harry came out about 24 hours after the initial story broke. Side note, earlier this month, the Sussexes' new Chief Communications Officer Meredith Maines started working with them. Maines has been working her ass off this month, and I'm so pleased to see that the Sussexes now have a really responsive and proactive comms strategy in place. Anyway, if you want a comprehensive recap of the Sentebale mess, go here. Sentebale's board of trustees asked their chairwoman Sophie Chandauka to resign. She refused and ran to London to sue them, and then the trustees resigned en masse. Then Prince Harry and Prince Seeiso resigned from Sentebale as well. Well, Sussex Sentebale sources spoke to People magazine about what's been going on for the past year. Prince Harry, Prince Seeiso of Lesotho and the board of trustees of Sentebale made the shocking decision to resign from the charity amid what has been characterized as a financial crisis and internal turmoil. On March 26, the Duke of Sussex, 40, and Prince Seeiso, 58, announced the devastating decision to step down as patrons of the charity, backing the trustees who also resigned over a fallout with chairwoman Dr. Sophie Chandauka. After trustees asked Chandauka to resign, she brought a lawsuit against the charity, which supports young people in southern Africa. The Charity Commission, based in the UK, confirmed they are investigating. A Sentebale source familiar with the situation tells people that Chandauka has placed significant legal and financial strain on Sentebale. According to the source, when Chandauka was appointed in July 2023, the organization was in stable financial standing, but that changed under her leadership. When the most recent fundraising deal collapsed in December 2024, internal discussions began about her stepping down. By February, the board formally requested her resignation, but Chandauka allegedly refused. When trustees moved forward with a vote to remove her, she filed a legal challenge to block the process. A key turning point reportedly came when tensions arose between Chandauka and a major funder of the Sentebale Polo Cup, the charity's flagship fundraising event. As a result of this breakdown, the 2024 match did not take place. Separately, Chandauka hired external consultants at a cost of over $600,000 to develop new fundraising strategies and build relationships with potential donors, allegedly without securing board approval. The trustees felt that they couldn't in good conscience continue to place legal and financial strain on the charity by it proceeding in court, and chose to resign, the source says. When reached for comment, a representative for Chandauka tells people, "First and foremost, like much of the content circulated yesterday, a lot of information being shared is untrue and defamatory in nature. When we are ready as an organization, we will share more detail regarding the events leading up to this point. Moreover, the board acts collectively on major decisions, and it would be inappropriate to assume decisions were made by any one person. As previously said, legal action was taken because of the cover-up of issues relating to abuse of power, misconduct, mismanagement, bullying, harassment, misogyny, and misogynoir, amongst other concerns." A key turning point reportedly came when tensions arose between Chandauka and a major funder of the Sentebale Polo Cup, the charity's flagship fundraising event. As a result of this breakdown, the 2024 match did not take place. Imagine being so terrible at your job you can't glad hand a major sponsor of a charity polo match involving Prince Harry and Nacho Figueras. So, maybe this wasn't a Windsor op, maybe it was just gross incompetence. Spending $600K on external consultants without consulting anyone within Sentebale is certainly a terrible look as well. The biggest red flag is that the entire board of trustees and the two royal patrons have all resigned, and Chandauka is still sitting in her chairwoman's position, screaming about how she's being bullied. If you stand with Prince Harry and Meghan, if you believe in truth and accountability, then make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you want to help us continue to push back against the lies, drop a super thanks. It really makes a difference. That's it for today, Royal Sussex Squad. Stay loud, stay proud, and keep fighting for the truth. Until next time.